Okay, so we just left off building a form. You see a couple of them here. This one's actually about interactive forms in a slightly different way. Instead of building all these extra forms, I'm going to show you a little about creating a menu here. So go to Database Tools, and then over here, they don't call them menus, they call them switchboards. And so over here you go Switchboard Manager. If you have not created a switchboard before in your database, this is going to come up from now on. This is what you're going to use to manage a switchboard, though. You notice it starts out with a main switchboard called default. Real quickly here, I'm going to add two more. I'm going to call one patients, and I'm going to go new, call another one docs, and I'm going to edit this one. I'm going to change it from being the main switchboard. I'm going to call it main menu. Okay, and then down here I'm going to click on new, and what I'm going to say is go to patients. Notice here it says go to switchboard. Well, this is the text that's going to be displayed on the menu, and this is what it does. These are some of the different things you can have. You can jump between switchboard menus. You can open a form. That's why we built a patient form. And add mode. Add mode means it's blank form, and you need to fill in everything. Edit mode means that it will open up to a record, probably record 1, and then you have to browse through to find the record you want. You can also open a report, a couple of other elements, and we're good to go. So we're going to go to switchboard, and then I got to pick switchboard, which in this case is going to be patients. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to create a go to docs, and it's going to go to switchboard, and this time we're going to go to docs. So that's cool. I got two of those, and we're good to go. I'm going to add one more command, which will be and so now I've got go to patients, go to docs, and I forgot to tell it. Text, exit. Okay, so I'm going to hit close, and I'm going to go down here and see here where it says switchboard items and switchboard table. You can double click on the switchboard items if you want. Notice it's completely gibberish. You are not expected to interact with this at all. You do everything through that switchboard menu items. So just all here, close all those. All right, now switchboard. Notice here it says go to patients, go to docs. So I'm going to go to patients, and it says patients, and you'll notice the first weakness here, because I didn't edit the patients menu, I can't go back to the main menu. So you got to remember, you need to establish links between each of these so you can move between menus. In fact, this is a lot like building a web page, where these are the individual pages in the forms are the individual pages in your website, and then this switchboard, this main switchboard here, is kind of like the main landing page, and then you're building the navigation to move between all these other elements. So the first thing I'm going to do is close this, and then we're going to go back and play with it some more. So Database Tools, Switchboard Manager, now we're going to go play with it. So let's go edit patients, put them on there. Go to main menu. Excellent, main menu. Okay, now new, and this time we're going to type add a patient. Now this part's kind of cool. Remember, add a form in add mode, open a form in add mode, then we got to pick it. So you'll notice here it says patient information form. This is why I put the form word in there, so you can see the form, and that comes very handy. So now I'm going to do this, edit a patient, open a form in edit mode, pick the form, patient information form, say OK. So now I've got go to main menu, add, slow, good. Okay, I'm going to close this, and now when I double click on switchboard, notice I've got go to patients, and now I can go back to main menu if I want, or I can add a patient, and you'll notice that pops open my little patient form, and notice everything is blank. These are the defaults, and because the defaults are filled in, it's a lot easier to fill all of this stuff in. And again, it remembers the tab mode, so regardless of what the underlying order, because remember date of birth and doc were actually after name and address, so you can prioritize all these things, and it looks a lot easier to work with. So when you're done with that, then you can edit a patient, and now all these navigation things work down in here, and that's basically how you build menus, and it's worth about 10 points. Now the point of this is that since in this video I've set up this menu, guess what you have to do? That's right. So you want to go, oops, let me close that. As with the other one, you want to maybe make certain that you can go to the docs menu and then figure out how to go to an employee menu, and then inside the docs menu you want to put all that wonderful stuff, and then inside the employee menu, you want to add in all that other stuff. Now, the other thing about the switchboard, one of the things you can do, by the way, here, with it open, is notice over here on your views, one of the things you can do is go to a design view. Now, for the most part, you don't want to screw with any of this stuff, especially this stuff right here. You don't fiddle with that. But you'll notice the logo's open. So one of the things you can do is go grab your logo, if you still have it, and you can drop it in. Of course, if you do that, you want to make sure that you adjust the colors and everything to fill in so that the form fills in correctly. There we go. And then you can fill this up. And mostly at this point it's just about fiddling with it until you've got something you like. And suddenly I've got my little logo there and everything looks cool. The exit quit button closes the whole thing. And exit out. And that's basically it as far as Microsoft Access goes. I usually don't show students how to do the reports or queries because frankly once you build all the stuff you're already worth 100 points anyway, and I always encourage students to go and get that information themselves and figure it out. You don't need to be able to do much. Running reports is actually relatively simple from inside the database. So at this point this concludes all the lessons for the Microsoft Access project, and I hope everything works well for you guys.